collection. Why do I not see anything? Okay. Forward. Have we started? Oh, did we start? I'm just gonna see. Sorry. Is this different? So I'm just trying to see if we actually started. Oh, yay, we started. Okay, great, great, great. Sorry about that. It's a little early, just a tad early. Yep, we have Kitty sitting here. I'll pan back to him in just a second. I think you guys can hear me okay. If you can give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear me, that would be helpful. Ooh. That made me nervous for a minute. Some things were a little different than they normally are, and whenever I'm not tech savvy, so when anything's a little different, I get very, very nervous and flustered. Good afternoon. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Christine. Yes, awesome. So I'm glad you can hear me. Welcome, welcome. I'm Shannon from Hero Arts, and today we are going to play with a new collection from Hero Arts. It's the Hocus Pocus collection. It's so good. I just got back actually from my sister's wedding. Just got back yesterday in Hawaii, and even though I'm sad I had to leave Hawaii, I'm so glad to be crafting with you guys, especially with a Halloween theme collection. I love Halloween so much, and these products are so cute. They're more of like a cute, not super creepy, but very cute, kind of spooky Halloween. I really love it. Awesome. I'm so glad you can hear me. I'm gonna get a little bit of time because I started a tad early, so in case anybody's popping over, I want to make sure we don't start too early so they miss anything. We're gonna create 3 cards. So I was busy and I got a lot of stuff die cut and stuff colored, and we're gonna kind of put it together. We're gonna do some ink blending, play around with the stencils, but we're gonna use all the products from the Hocus Pocus collection. I think I ended up including them all. Oh, Mindy, you're here. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm gonna change my view. We're gonna go to my worktop surface. I will have to move Oliver, but I'll give you guys a quick peek to see if, I'm just getting an error notice. Please use keyframe frequency for 4 seconds or less. I think we're okay. I'm gonna switch over. Let's do that now. There we go. And here you'll see Oliver. He's sitting here. He loves to be over here helping me out. I am gonna pick him up and move though. Sorry, guy. I am gonna move you out of here. Oh, now he's getting really comfy. Oh, let's see. Let's pull you on screen real quick. He's not a black cat, but he's definitely a good kitty, I think, for Halloween with his orange. We're gonna go different. All right, I'm gonna move you. Sorry, guy. I'm sorry. You can sit behind me. You can sit behind me. Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Let's get started. So, like I said, we're going to create 3 cards with our new Hocus Pocus collection. We're going to use them all. Oh, he's going to come back. Well, let's see if we can work around him. We'll do the best we can. He's insistent on being here. All right. We're going to start with a background. Grab, everything's just out of reach. Oh, that panel. Sorry, guy, I do have to move you. I'm sorry. I do need a little bit more room than you were giving me. All right, we're gonna start with this and a new stencil that came out in the Hocus Pocus collection. It is, let's grab it here, a cute star stencil set. So it's 3 stencils. I forgot the name of it. I had everything pulled up. Let me pop over and see the name of it real quick. Oh, he's drinking my stencil water too. Luckily I haven't used it yet. This is called the Color Layering Scattered Star Stencils. What's really nice about this set is you can layer them up to create a really pretty background with different size stars. But you can also use each stencil individually, so that's nice too. You can combine 2, you can use one all by itself. I like the fact that you can kind of switch it up and get a little bit different looks that way. Let's pop back over here. There we go. We're gonna start with this stencil here. Thank you, Mindy. Mindy's on top of it. I'm just gonna tape it in place. I don't know what happened to my stencil. Is it put on over here? I'm not sure what happened to my stencil mat. Let me check one more spot. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. It's just so much easier if I have this, and we're not just using this stencil. We're going to be using another stencil too, so let's stick that down. So I'm going to start with stencil 1. I'm just going to eyeball it in the center. I'm going to use all 3, so you'll see what it looks like together. And we'll start with orange. We're going to use tangerine. Oops, okay. And just quickly ink blend these guys. We're even going to combine a little bit of paste, because that's one of my favorite things about stencils, is they're so versatile, great for lots of different techniques. And I couldn't resist using a little bit of Hero Arts glitter paste with one of the stencil layers. All right, we got our orange stars here. There we go. Let's get that off. Hello, welcome. Grab stencil number 2. Each of the stencils are labeled. They do have registration points, 4 of them, so you can use those to actually line up all your stencils. But since I am using a panel that's smaller than the registration marks, I'm not really taking advantage of that today. That's okay. It's still really easy to kind of line these up. And again, I'm just going to eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. For this layer, we're going to go with a yellow. Let's use this Butter Bar, one of my favorites, kind of a warm yellow. And like I was saying before, I just got back from Hawaii. Sadly, a little bit sadly, because I loved it there. My sister got married, had a destination wedding, and got married on the island of Kauai. Has anybody been to Kauai before? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's actually the only Hawaiian island I've been to. All right, and here's the last one, stencil 3. This is the one we will use the paste for. But first, we're gonna ink blend them with color. We're gonna do one of my new favorite colors from Hero Arts. This, it's been around for a while, so it's not new itself, but it is one that I haven't been using. It's pink grapefruit. It's kind of a corally, a rich corally color. Oh geez, Oliver's back. Just don't bump the cameras, dude. You're already bumping the cameras. He's insistent today to be in this live. Oh good, he's finding a spot on the other side of the table to sit. You like Maui better? I'll have to try Maui. My sister's been there, but I haven't been there myself. Some of my family's been there, I should say. Hello, Gail. Welcome. So glad to see you here, friend. He missed me. Yep, the whole 2 seconds we were apart. Oh, when we were in Kauai. Yeah, he did maybe miss me. He's a very social kitty, that guy. That Oliver. He's very social. I do too. I love how they are random. That's a good thing to point out. All right, so let's do the paste now. I've added my color. Let's get out their glitter paste. Here we go. Yes, it looks so good. Pull this out. And let's go ahead and apply this right over. Make some pretty glittery stars. And then we'll let that dry, and we'll work on our other components for this card. We're going to have a die cut sentiment and a cute little witch mouse that we're going to add as well. See, that's what Oliver was doing. He knew this was the card with the mouse. All right, there we go. Yes, it's so good. I love the glitter paste. It's awesome. You can tint it too. You can colorize it if you want. Sometimes I think it's just a little bit easier to put the color down first and then put the paste on top. But it's wonderful, wonderful. It adds just that perfect little bit of shine. Very easy to apply. And you get so much. There are 4 ounces in this. That's tons. Quickly clean that off. I do have a bowl of water down here under my table that I will pop this stencil in because I do want this to dry. I do not want, I should say, the paste to dry on this. I do want to clean it before it dries. So I'll stick that in there and I'll clean it later. Oh, you have to go, Monica. You should go. It's awesome. So I'm in Arizona. So luckily it's not too far of a flight for us. And it's just so nice sometimes to just get, it's completely, obviously, completely different from Arizona. So it's wonderful to just really, truly be transported. All right, and pull that up. All right, I'm gonna let this dry. While that's drying, let's work on our other parts. So I'm gonna tuck these stencils away. I will clean. You know, I should show you real quick how I clean my stencils. See, now I know everybody's got such different opinions on the islands. It's interesting. I love that. I love that each one is different, and you could, in theory, go visit all of them while you're there. Just a lot of flying from one to the other. For cleaning my stencils, I like to use alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I have it in a spray, just spritz it on top. And then what I discovered is I use my Hero Arts scrubber block. This is great for cleaning stamps, but it also works so good for cleaning your stencils. So you just place it over and rub it, and it does such a good job. And I just kind of clean that last bit of residue off with the towel. But it does such a great job with getting inside of those stencil openings. So I really, really like cleaning it for my stencils. It's been my new favorite thing. The like brush velvety almost surface here of the scrubber mat, which is replaceable, which is nice too. So once it kind of wears away, you can just replace it with Velcro, with these Velcro scrubbery pads. And yeah, it works so good for cleaning your stamps and your stencils. So good. Night dive. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Wow. Excuse me. Tickle. All right, we'll stick that back here. Oh my gosh, your sister-in-law came from there. Wow. Yeah, if you go with someone who knows that, that's the best. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, man. Wow. All right, we're going to use, let's pop over real quick and make sure I got the names of this. We're going to use the Boo to You die set for our sentiment. Is that the right one? Nope, not that one. Here it is. It's the, sorry, Hocus Pocus. Happy Halloween. That's what it is. Happy Halloween. I went and took them all off of the sheets that I had them labeled, which that was clearly very dumb because I cannot remember anything longer than 2 seconds. So this is the Happy Halloween die set. It's a word die set or sentiment die set. There is this happy that has kind of a banner, and then you have the Halloween, which cuts out the letters and the shadow layer. So you have dies for both, which is really nice. And then 2 little bats. We're going to actually use all of that for today's card. I'm gonna grab this. I've die cut some of the stuff out already to save a little bit of time, but we'll die cut the Halloween out of black, the bats out of the black, and then I'm going to show you kind of a fun way. You could cut all the letters out, well, or you can do it another way, which I'll show you in a second. We'll kind of die cut a banner out of black, and then I'll show you kind of the fun way I like to do the letters. I think it's a little easier, but they are a bit connected, so really both work. We gotta move this. Before I left on my trip, I had to put all of my camera stuff away, just so the kitties didn't accidentally knock something over and get hurt while we were gone. And so it was kind of it's always surprising how long it takes to set everything back up again. Let's pop back over here. There we go. Oh my gosh, a bat! Gail, wow! There we go. Let's pop this out. The Halloween has parts like that too, like the banner, or the happy, which I'll show you in a second. Some of the letters are connected, some of them are individual, but they're very easy to line up with the base. Pop all those guys out here. There we go. We have, we didn't have a bat in the house, but we did have a little bat family when we were trimming down our palms. We found a little bat family hiding in our palms. I was like, oh no, we took down your home. I felt bad. All right, we're gonna put all these letters here, get all those negative pieces out. They're great. The sentiment, which you guys will see once I put it on the card, it's a great scale. Really good for being the whole focal point of your card. I love that. I love when a sentiment can function as the focal point. Saves you a little bit of time, and you can do some fun things with it when it's large like that. Possibly turn it into a shaker window, which is cool too. But it's not too big that you can't fit anything else on here, which we're going to take advantage of, I should say, because we're going to put our witch mouse next to it. Oh, you didn't know we had bats in Arizona? We have lots of bats in Arizona. We have a lot. And they're right in, I don't really live like in any place rural. They're right here in the city. And we can see them flying at night, just as it starts to get sunsetty, you can see them fly around. At first you're like, are those birds? And then you realize, oh no, those are bats. I still, even when I see them, I'm like, oh yeah, there's bats here. So I guess I am surprised by that too. All right, so like I was saying before, the happy can cut out your sentiment, then you can just glue your letters down onto the banner. Another way I like to do it is kind of just keep the negative instead of gluing all the letters. Each way works. For whatever reason, I like to do this one a little bit more. So we're gonna actually have orange letters, and the banner will be black. And this will make more sense once I get it all put together. So let's die cut this first. And I am gonna use a piece of tape to kind of hold it in place. Here we go. Oh, that's not the top. Try again. Oh, you guys love it? I'm so glad. It's so good. I love the collection too. Oh, no desire, even though your son lives there. It's a long flight, that's for sure. It's different being like from Arizona, where every place we typically travel, we are behind, or later, the time changes later. This one was different, where we got there and we were the ones being like, oh, I need to go to bed. It's too late. It's too late. Because they're 3 hours difference from us. in Arizona, which right now we're on Pacific time till the time change. So let's see, I'm going to keep this part. I do have the letters that I could glue down, but I like to actually just glue this down to the base, and then I can pop in, or I can even choose not to, the little negative parts for the P, the two P's and the A. But I just feel like that's a little bit easier than maybe gluing down the letters, but both work. Just wanted to show you guys that. Let's put this together, and then we will cut out our mouse, and I'll show you that. I did color that before the live. Oh my gosh, flying to / from Florida to Hawaii is killer. I can't even imagine. We were struggling. I'm not young, not as good as I used to be when I was younger, recovering from jet lag. I used to just, you know, not sleep and go. I took a trip to Germany recently too, and had oh my gosh, I was falling asleep at the table. We were out for dinner and I was falling asleep. Like, I am having a really hard time. And yesterday when I came home, I was exhausted. I was thinking, oh, I can get all this work done. I was dragging. I tried. There we go. There we go. We got that. Now we can pop in the little negative pieces. I kept the P. And you can always choose not to do this. This seems too fiddly. You could just not do this part. I'm going to use my jewel pick. Hi, Betsy. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Or virtually see you, I guess. Can't really see you, unfortunately. But I'm glad you're here. There we go. And we have one more to pop in. I think he's still in the negative. Where'd you go? There he is. A little bit more glue. A little bit of glue there. There we go. And my poor girls, I made them go to school as soon as they got off the plane. I kind of feel bad for that. When I was originally thinking, I'm like, oh, they'll be fine. It's no big deal. They'll sleep on the plane. They're young. They're great. And then I got home and I was so pooped. I was like, oh, I really feel bad for sending them to school. But they really couldn't miss any more school, so it had to be done. It was a short day at least, so they got to come home and take a nap when they got home. All right. Isn't it so great, Betsy? I love it so much. Okay, so there's my happy all done. We're going to now move on to putting together our other parts, which is pretty easy to do. We did the finicky one, or the tinier one, which is really the only reason why it's a little bit trickier. I cut out the base out of white cardstock, and we're just going to glue these letters in. I like to start with this N here. I feel like that's the best one to start with. Use some tweezers. This glue is a goner. Let's try another glue. There we go. I always think I can get a little bit more glue out of it, so I keep it. But this could be really fun. Like I was saying before, this sentiment's larger. It could actually be used for like a shaker window. You could die cut this part out of your front card panel and make a shaker behind it, and then put your letters on top. There's just so many fun things you can do with a larger sentiment. We're definitely going to need my adhesive eraser. There it is. Because somehow I got glue all over the place already. There we go. Let's keep going. Now the ALL is all connected, so I could do that. But I'm going to keep going on with our bottom portion here. Let's do our W. My glue is glue is squirting out a little bit, so we'll do that. I think it would be so fun as a shaker, especially with all the super cute like shaker components that they have now. There's so many cute ones with the clay, little clay pieces. I love them. I think they're so fun. All right, pop that down. And I always love a shadow layer. I think it's just so much easier to incorporate into your card design, because if your sentiment is not popping away from your background, that's where the shadow layer really, really helps. We're using white cardstock, but another way you can approach it is with vellum. That's a great option too, one I do most of the time, honestly. Sometimes those backgrounds just get a little bit too busy, and it can be a little distracting or a little hard to read your sentiment. So that's why it's so nice to have that shadow layer that I always included. Yes, bats. Oh, I didn't even think about bats. That'd be so cute, because there's bats in this die set too. Be cute. All right, we're almost done here with this. And you could actually approach this the same way I did the banner. You could have die cut the background or the shadow layer, and then took the letter dies or word dies and die cut that out and have the negative. That's definitely another approach you could do too. So I'm kind of showing you both ways, which is good. All right, and I think the O is just a little bit tilted like that, which I think is so cute. All right, there we go. We have our sentiment ready. I think our panel is dry. Look at that. We have some little bit of glitter there. And I'm thinking we're going to turn this on its side like that. Kind of our candy cane colors. We got our bats. I have one more bat. All right, it's coming along. We have one more element to add, and that is our little witch mouse, which I've already Copic colored her. Let's put this away. And I'll grab this stamp set. It's a Stampin' Cut, so you can, if you'd like, you can get just the stamp set, but the dies make it so easy to cut all the little components out. So this is the set. You know, and let's get some white cardstock. Let's see it better. And I do want to talk about this one a little bit, because this set works off of another set that we released when we did our Retro Kitchen collection. So let's get some cardstock out here. Thanks, Mindy. The candy cane colors are always a win, right? This is the Tricks and Treats stamp set. And you can see it has all these fun little images. Mine is very well used, so I apologize, my stamp set, it's a little dirty. But there's a witch hat, a cloak, a cauldron, bubbles, a couple sentiments like Happy Halloween, pumpkin sweets, and spooky treats. This one says, it's all just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. It's so dirty I can't even read it. candy apple, a crystal ball, a cute little frog. So lots of fun additional images. The die set, again, if you get the Stampin' Cut, you get all the dies that go with the Tricks and Treats stamp set. But this one you might be noticing is missing the little mouse image. But that's because this set is designed to work with a set that we released with Retro Kitchen, which is called What's Cooking. So here's the What's Cooking collection, or stamp set I should say. And you can see there's our little mouse, so cute. So this was obviously a cooking themed stamp set, but that mouse works with this set. Now this set could be used all on its own. I do have examples. The Tricks and Treats can be used all on its own, like you see here on this card. Excuse my reach as my face gets, everything's put outside. And this card here, both these two cards were created, all the images are just from the Tricks and Treats stamp set. But for this card we're creating now, we're going to use that cute little mouse. We're actually going to combine this set with the older What's Cooking set. So I've colored everything. Oh, Oliver is going to come back. So there's everything all colored. Now I admit I did not do the best job coloring, but we can. That's what white gel pens are for. That's what white gel pens are for. I was in a bit of a hurry. We're gonna cut them out. Oh, we need these dies for the Halloween images from the Tricks and Treats stamp set, and then we'll need the mouse from the What's Cooking set. And what's great about this cute little mouse is there is dies to cut out the arms, which we're going to tuck in the Trick or Treat pumpkin inside there. So really, really fun. I wanted to show that just in case you guys were wondering, like, where's that mouse from? It's from the What's Cooking Stamp and Cut set. All right, let's line that up. And I think I have to do it at 2 parts, which is okay. We'll do that one first. Let's grab some more tape here. Oh, your grandson's named Oliver. I love that name. It's so cute. My girls named our kitty Oliver. They named him Oliver. And the pumpkin little trick-or-treat pail actually cuts out an opening for you to tuck in little treats. I thought that was so cute. I didn't stamp any of the candies, but that's what you can do. The mouse is so cute, guys. It's really an adorable little mouse. And let's get the cape. The cape can be 2 parts. I just realized that. Well, I'm about to cut this out that I didn't do it in 2 parts. But that's fine. What we'll do is we'll put... I can have her little cape over her. I forgot about that. Well, what we can do is do one real quick together. We'll just color one together. I have all the markers out still. Oh, you'll see what I mean with the 2 parts. Maybe we won't. We'll see what it looks like with just one. Yes, there's so many things you can have the little mouse holding. Thank you. Kelly's here helping me out in the comments, so she can answer really any question you have. Kelly's the best. She knows everything. All right, we'll pull that out. I keep an eye on the time. 1, okay. I'm slow moving. Pull that out. All right. Let's grab that. There's our little pail, and it actually has a little slit in it that you can tuck the treats in. I think that's so cute. We'll see how this cape looks with just, and I have to do some serious cleanup on the witch hat. I was coloring like a mad woman. We have to do his little arms, or her little arms too. So we'll take this die here, line it up, and this is how we make those little arms open up. So you can tuck in all the fun things. The frog from the Tricks and Treats stamp set fits within the little mouse's arms. I think I have a card showing that. I think I do. I can't remember. I have a bunch of cards that I'll show you guys more towards the end, hopefully, maybe as we go, ideally. The pail is so cute. All right, got our Yes, the mouse can be holding the frog. Isn't that cute? I think I have a sample. I'll pull out my cards here in just a second. We'll see. Let's put some of these dies away before I lose something. I'm terrible about losing my pieces. All right. So here you can see the arms pop up. Isn't that cute? So you can tuck the pumpkin in there. Isn't that adorable? So smart. So the cape we can have behind her and just have her hat. But I think I need to do the cape in front. Okay, we're gonna do a cape real quick. Detour, slight detour. Luckily I have paper, I think, out that I can color on. Let's grab my stamp set. We'll do 2 layers. Stamp that real quick and we'll do a quick coloring. I think the other cards we can pull together pretty fast. I'll just stamp on here. Do I have enough room? Let's see. So grab our cape. We have just enough room for it, I think. Pick it up. I'm gonna stamp it in Hero Arts Intensified Black. Which I had out. Things go missing so fast. Which I hate when that happens. So here it is, right in front, and you know where it always is? Right in front of my face, always. Aren't they fun, Sheila? They're so cute. They make it so fun to kind of mix and match and play with it. And really customize your card and your theme a little bit too. Okay, pull that off. And quickly tuck that guy on here. I'm going to quickly heat set the ink and then I'll color. And we only need to color this outer part. Okay, grab some Copics. And quickly color this. And now you'll see really what a sloppy colorer I am. I'm gonna try to slow down. My markers are kind of juicy too, so I'm just not very careful when I have juicy markers. Oh, and you're gonna hear my cuckoo clock because I forgot to turn the sound off. Oh, and is it, oh, it's 1, so it won't be so loud. It won't be so much dings and things. I'm gonna add a little like ruffles, I guess. What do you call that? Pop those in. And I'm not bothering to color the back, and I didn't have to color the sides on this piece here, but I did, so we're sticking with it. think that's the darkest I'm gonna go. And now we'll blend it out. That's why I felt so too, Betsy. I forgot about that part. And I was like, yeah, I gotta do it. It's gonna take a little bit longer than I expected, but I gotta do it. It needs it. It's just gonna add a little bit of drama too. And let's color this. Kind of blending it out and going back through my lighter markers, kind of blending out those dark tones a little bit. Definitely not my best coloring job, kind of rushing, but I think we're just about done with this. Like I said, that is why we have white gel pens to hide our mistakes. All right. These are Copic. I'm using Copic alcohol markers. These are the Sketch. These are the colors I used. If you're keeping track, you want to see. I think I'd used, this is where I stopped. I don't think I used N9. Those are the colors I used. All right, now we're gonna cut this out. So we'll grab that same cape. Actually, I'm sorry. We'll grab this cape die here and it will cut out just that front part. And then I'll show you a way to cover up those, which you may have guessed it already, those little pieces of the image that still kind of remain. We'll cover those up. And it'll look like we masked it, even though we didn't. All right. Pop that off. Guess I have to remove the tape all the way. There we go. Cute. See, you can have this layered effect by just stamping that cape twice, and then you can pop your little mouse in the back, between the back layer and the top layer. And now, look at how cute. She's got this cute little cape on. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. All right. And you could get away with just doing the one layer if you don't want to do the back, but the back does add that little bit extra dimension. Now let's put this kind of together and do our cleanup. So I'm gonna grab my white gel pen, clean up everywhere I was such a sloppy color, so that's part there. A little bit around the cape here. And on the hat. Here we go. And then if you wanted to, like if it bothers you that that part is the color of her shirt, if you wanted a white border, you could color that with your gel pen. That really bothered you. And you don't even have to color the whole thing because it gets fairly covered up. Her arms will get fairly covered up with the cape. So you could color that white if that bothered you with the gel pen. And then the same thing with this, if you want to cover up those two little points where you can kind of see the back cape, you can use a white gel pen for that as well. All right, let's put this together. Glue all our parts. Let's start with the back cape. Add a little bit of glue. That's a lot of glue. Let's try again. You know, we'll use this to kind of pick up some of that glue. And stick her down. Oops. Gotta hold her for a second, I guess. There we go. Go ahead and glue this on too. Cute. Just at the top. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad that was helpful. I use it all the time to fake masking, to make the look of masking. And look at now her little paws are, that area is white. You could, of course, not color that part. But if you forget like me, which I do every time, I just use my white gel pen. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to glue the bottom of the cape down a little bit. I haven't forgotten about the pumpkin. I think I can still tuck it in. Lift up her other paw. Oops. There we go. Oh, I forgot to clean up the pumpkin. We're going to pull that out in front. A little bit. Okay, everything's starting to, the glue's starting to set. Did forget to clean my pumpkin, so we're going to do that little white gel pen right now. There we go. And then her witch cap gets glued on top. I always think like at an angle. I always don't know which way to do it. Let's put this card together and we'll finish that. But you can see how cute she is. All right. I have a card base here. Quickly score it. And we'll put this card together. I think like that. Do we want it like this though? I think I want it like that. Our panel down. We definitely have to be popping some of this stuff up with foam adhesive. We just have to. We gotta. Oh my gosh. So cute. How cute. Then we have the bats. Kind of finish it off. Okay. Get our bearings. I'll start gluing everything down, or popping everything up rather. Grab some foam adhesive. Start with our sentiment. You're the queen of popping up? That's awesome. That's a good thing to be the queen of. I gotta have some dimension, right? As Laura Fedor says, dimension is life. And nobody knows better than Laura Fedor, that's for sure. I think I kind of got it straight. It's like, I have to usually stand to get anything straight. Cute. And we'll stick our mouse. And because this part's going to overlap, I'm going to make sure the foam is on the right side. And I'll even add a little bit of glue over here. Guess it goes on the tail. I've already moved the backing, cool. And then her cute little hat. I can't decide how to do it. Angled. I think angled. Go, and then we have our bats. And then I need to bust out the thinner foam adhesive. And I actually have some in black. So let's use that. Cut a couple strips. Place one there. Isn't the mouse so cute? And again, there's so many fun things you can tuck in between her little paws. And I'll have to grab and see if I can find the one. I'm pretty sure I did one where she was holding the frog. So I'll grab that card and see. Okay. Stick him down here. And then I think we finished with one more bat. I made 3. I like doing 3 of these smaller elements, or at least one. That's so true. Kelly's saying, Hirata's saying the stencils are so good for other things. Yeah, the scattered star stencils that she used in the background are great for lots of different occasions. I even think like graduation or birthday, Kelly mentioned. Christmas, absolutely. Oops. There we go. There's our first card done. So cute. You can see the little bit of glitter in the background that we used for that final stencil. That's a little texture and a little sparkle. Very, very fun. Let's move. Let me see if I can find that card. Oh yeah, I got it right here. I'll show you some other cards created with the tricks and treats, as well as that mouse from the What's Cooking set. Here's the one I was mentioning where the mouse is holding the frog. So fun. Here's another one where she's holding the caramel apple. Oh, what would I give for a caramel apple right now? That sounds delicious. And I have one other one to show you. Here she is holding the trick-or-treats. Very similar to this one. Actually, this was kind of the inspiration for this card here. So, very fun. And don't forget the Happy Halloween word die is amazing. I have another example of that here on this card. Let's move on to some other projects. Put these here. I'm about falling off my seat here. Oliver's sitting behind me. Let's create another card. We're going to use now this stencil to create a background. This is a wonderful stencil. It's not brand new to the Hocus Pocus collection, but it's worked so well with this collection, so I couldn't resist showing it to you guys. This is the Color Layering Clouds stencil. It creates this beautiful background. We're going to use it over a piece of colored cardstock. Let's grab our stencil mat again. Oliver, you got it? You got it, Oliver. He's keeping it safe. Place it down here. For the first stencil, it's stencil A. We're going to line it up like so. It fits perfectly within that A2 panel. There we go. And I'm going to ink blend this with grape juice ink. So beautiful purple. I love this purple. It's a very warm purple. And the nice thing about this is it's clouds. It does not have to be a perfect smooth blend. It can be a little blotchy. That's okay. Clouds aren't perfectly flat. It can be a little blotchy. You have to have it, Kim. Yes, it's called Color Layering. Hold it up here again. Color Layering Clouds stencil. It's a must-have, I think. It's just so good. All right, so now this stencil is actually 2 parts. It's actually like 2 in 1. We have B here, and then we have the top part here is another layer. So we're gonna start with this one right here and line it up like that. And I think my panel's a little big, so it didn't completely cover it, but that's okay. We got tape to mask that off. I could even use actually more. I could even use this stencil here. Let's just use that stencil to mask it off. And I do want to tape this part off here. Ooh, good job. Cindy, I'm not surprised you have these at all. And this time we're going to go with charcoal. A dark gray. All right, I'm gonna go with just a tad darker with this because our next and final color is very, very dark. It's black. Because we're making a spooky sky. Isn't that great? You could do so many possibilities. Exactly, Cindy, exactly. All right. Now we'll use this final stencil. Let's try again here. There we go. Perfect. I am going to mask this off a little bit just to protect the bottom part here. I'm just using the stencil to mask it off. Actually, no, let's use, we got the tape pulled. Shannon, just use the tape. You already got it. Just use the tape. All right, and for this, like I said, we're going to use black. Really bring the drama. We want drama in our card making. Maybe nowhere else, but in our card making, yes. That's very kind, Sheila. Thank you for saying so. I've may have used some of these things once or twice before, so. I've had a little bit of practice with some of these stencils and dies and stamps. All right, let's pull that off. Yes, especially for Halloween cards, exactly. So cool, look at that, it looks so good. I love this stencil, it's just awesome. Now, oops, and I got a smudgy fingerprint, just perfect. Just I knew I would do something like that. Let's see if we can get it off with an eraser. It came off mostly, but we'll do the final bit with a sand eraser. The next thing we want to add to this is a little bit of splatter, and I'm going to use Hero Art's Black Speckle. This is new. It's so good. Let's tuck this under. Oh, and I can see I'm running out of time. Do we have just an hour? I'll show you the finished card after I do this. Let me make sure I don't want to take more than my time. But I do want to show you guys this because it's so cool. Pop that down. This is an acrylic paint, so it actually dries really fast. Grab a paintbrush, that's my favorite way to do a splatter, and just splatter. And just like that, and it will dry so fast because it is an acrylic. It just sets up pretty quick. Let's add a tiny bit more. All right, I think I'm happy with that. Let's get our splatter box out of the way because he's not cute. Functional, but not cute. I don't want to go over. I feel bad. So I'm going to finish. This gets finished with a cute little ghost, and I'll show you the finished card here. The ghost is created with the, here it is, this die set here, and it was the one I actually said earlier. This is the Boo to You die set. It creates 4 super cute little ghosts. You have dies for the eyes and the cheeks, as well as, take as long as I need? Okay. Really, really? Just tell me, I will take it. You tell me when is too long. I think I can get everything done in like another 30 minutes. I think we can, because I have everything else kind of cut out. We just got to put it together. Isn't the splatter so good? So let's put our little ghosts together since we have time. But again, this is the Boo to You die set. It creates 4 cute little ghosts. You also have a hat and a broom. Very, very adorable. We made this beautiful sky for our ghost. Let's put our little ghost together. And again, I have everything all cut out, so it should come together pretty quick. Yes, I'll show you real quick, Cindy. Here's the card. Here's what it looks like all done. And we're gonna put this card, the ghost, together very fast. I just don't wanna lose some of my tiny pieces, so I'll be a little careful when I pour this out. Because the cheeks and the eyes and mouth are a little on the tiny side. So I'm putting them in my little dish here. the eye. Okay, let's put our broom together. There's 3 parts for the broom. Grab my liquid glue. I've totally lost my lives have been my live lives have been going very long, so I've totally lost my internal clock of how long things take to do. It's terrible. Well, I should say my internal clock for an hour. I used to know like an hour perfect, have it timed out perfect. The final piece on the broom is this little detail. So 3 parts. It's a cute little broom like that. And then for the hat, we're going to do something kind of fun for the hat. I cut it out of Anchor, so a dark gray cardstock. And what I love to do to these witch hats, and I have another hat that I'll show you, I do the same thing to it, is I love cutting them out of gray, a dark gray, and then ink blending with black ink on the sides. It adds dimension, it can even add a little bit of like texture to it. I just love doing it. Just blend the sides. It makes it have a little dimension. Very easy to do. And I just love it so much. There's our little hat with a little bit of ink blending. Watch it double speed. Nice. I love that you can do that. Isn't that handy? Oops. Got my broom a little wet. I might even blend a little bit on the broom too. Just the handle. Then for the hat, we have one more layer, a little part that goes around. My glue is just making me crazy today. And we'll stick that down. There's even the die creates lines on the hat, so you know exactly where to put that trim piece, that band. So there's our finished hat. Now for our ghost. Let's add, and I'm gonna look over here. Let's glue the hat down actually. I'm gonna glue it down because it just make it easier for me to figure out where I want the eyes to go once that hat's kind of glued down. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. The ghost with the hat. Oh, it's just adorable. And we'll glue these eyes in place. One eye, second eye. They're so cute. No worries, Cindy, I understand. I love these ghosts. You know you're not supposed to pick favorites, but I think these little ghosts are my favorite from the release. I just think they're so cute. I love popping them, putting them on my cards. I just love putting them here and there everywhere. The set comes with, makes 4 ghosts, and they're all a different size, and they're all like in a different, slightly different shape. And I just think they're just the cutest ever. I'll show you a bunch of cards with them when I'm done with this. Because I do, like I said, I love them. These are the little cheeks. My nails are atrocious. I need to get them done again. They're too long, but that's just where we're at right now. And then we will stick this down right on his, like he's flying with this. I know he doesn't need a broom, but we're giving this little witchy ghost a broom. I mean, come on, you guys. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Our acrylic paint is still drying in some of the thicker spots. I was a little generous with this splatter. But while that's drying, we will stamp our sentiment, which will take no time at all. We're going to use a really awesome sentiment set. this set here, which I'm not sure where my white cardstock went. Here it is. This is the Seasons Creepings stamp set. You can get the coordinating dies if you get the Stampin' Cut. I love coordinating dies for sentiments. It just makes it so much easier. We're going to do the Let's Get Spooky sentiment here in this set. I am using, I think, who makes this one? I think this is Pink Fresh made this Jewel Pick. This is Pink Fresh. There's like a side for kind of precision, popping things over, and then this is the side that's the best. It's like a wax tip, and it picks up your paper and gems as well so easily, and then allows you to place them. I am kind of dependent on that, especially when my nails get long and I can't pick anything up anymore. It's so handy. We're gonna find some white cardstock. I gotta have some. Here we go. We'll use this. Tuck that out of the way. Quickly stamp our sentiment. Let's try to do this on camera though. There we go. It's a really great sentiment set. The other sentiments include wishing you a happy, and you can say Halloween. There's Seasons Creepings. Again, that's the name of the set. Happy Halloween. 'Tis the season to be spooky. I put a spell on you. I love that one. Eek. Treat yourself or treat yourself. And boo la la. So a lot of fun sentiments on that set. I believe it's a Jewel Pick. I think that's what it's called, a Jewel Pick. I apologize if I did not expect to know this answer to this question. I believe they call it a Jewel Pick. Yeah, send Halloween cards year round. Someone was saying they don't send Halloween cards, and I'm like, I can understand that, but it's like the one season I actually get my cards out for. I think it's because we have a huge window of time to celebrate Halloween. You know, it's like basically after the 4th of July, it's Halloween time for me. And that just gives me lots of time to play and send out cards. And I think I'm the best with Halloween cards. I think I'm the best. One, I'm highly motivated. I love it so much. I just get a kick out of making them. So that could be why too. Let's grab the coordinating dies. This die is awesome, you guys. Wait till you see how it cuts it out. It cuts out some of those negative spaces between the letters. I mean, when you get a die that does that, you're a happy camper because it just looks so polished and clean. Dual tip embellishment tool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So not a Jewel Pick, but you can use it for gems and jewels too. Thank you again for looking that up. That's true, they're not expecting it. And see, that way you're not disappointing anybody when you don't get your act together. And don't send a card when you should. Oh, I don't think I did the best job die cutting this out, but we're gonna roll with it anyways. I think my tape shifted a tiny bit. Let's see if we can't pull this off. I'm using some scrap paper, which is why you see the grid on the back of it. All right. It is a less hectic time, right? You're not busy trying to get Christmas together. Oh, I take it back. I did a pretty good job cutting this out, actually. Look at the negative spots that it cuts out. Between down here under the let's, here, right here, the Y. I mean, look at what a lacy die cut you end up with. It looks so good. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, put that away. And that Seasons Creeping stamp set, a really great sentiment set. Especially if you are making Halloween cards. It's kind of essential. It's nice to have some different ones too that don't just say like Happy Halloween over and over again. Okay, I'm putting this away real quick. The font is great, yes. The font is so good. I agree. All right, we're gonna finish this card. I happen to have a card base here. Let's use it. It's ready to go. Oh yeah, that looks great. Still didn't quite get that smudge all the way. There we go. And let's add some foam adhesive or tape runner. There he goes. We're getting to the point where I can't find anything. Oops. Let's try to do that better. There we go. That's all stuck down. Let's finish with our ghosty. He's gonna go like up in the air. Definitely lifted up some foam adhesive, so let's grab that. It's on the floor, of course. Excuse me, got a tickle all in my throat. Nope, we're down to my second pair of scissors. I lost the first. It's here somewhere. And we'll add some foam adhesive to the back side of the sentiment as well. Perfection. Kind of place these down where we want them to go, and then we'll lift them up. So cute. So good. This little ghosty witch is adorable. Love that cloudy or cloud sky background. It's perfection with this guy. So cute. The little splattering we did with the black speckle acrylic paint is awesome. It's so dark and black. It's even darker than the black ink that we ink blended in the background, so it adds some nice contrast to that ink blended background. And we'll stick this down like so. And there's our cute little ghost card with the Boo to You dies, the Seasons Creepings sentiment, and the clouds, Color Laying Clouds stencil. So very, very fun. Let's move on to a third and final card. I think we can get this one done pretty fast. Let's see here. Grab some of my other ghosty cards that I can show you real quick. We got this cute one. That again has the Happy Halloween dies for the sentiment. We have this super cute one, really featuring those Boo to You ghosts. This one right here, kind of a fun swirly background. And again, popped those ghosts, couldn't resist. Just shows you some of the different ones. This is a good one too. You see all four of the ghosts all together. The different sizes of them. So fun. Love, love, love. All right. Put those aside. Let's grab... Things have moved around. Things have moved around. And now I can't find my stuff. Let's see. We're going to do the witch hat. So let me grab those dies. Oh, here we go. We need these. Here we are. This is the, let me pull it up again. This is the Witch's Hat die set. This is definitely been one of the favorites from the release. and I had to show you this one. It's so good. Just struggling to figure out where my die cuts are. Where? Oh, there they are. I found them. Hooray! There's dies for that large witch hat, which is a great focal point. So different, very unusual. You have a bow that goes on it, which makes it kind of cute. And there's flowers as well that you can kind of embellish the hat. So let's put this together really quick. I think we can do this fast. Okay. As I have everything all die cut out, put these flowers together. I am going to start by ink blending the hat, just like you saw me do with the little hat part of the ghost set, the Boo to You set. I'm going to ink blend it with black. I love doing that. I think it adds some great texture and dimension. So we'll do that first. Yeah, the striped background card was just created with strips of cardstock. Actually, Kelly made that background. And then I will switch to a smaller blending brush. I'm going to add, I'm going to accentuate the kind of folds of the hat here. I think we're gonna call that done. And see what that looks like when you ink blend with the black? Oh, it's so cool. It actually looks like it has some like actual folds in the paper, or like a waviness look to it. No, Oliver, don't mess with that, please. All right, let's put the bow together. The bow has 2 layers. Pieces out. It really changes it, right? I know. I love showing that because it's just so cool. Pop that out, and it's so easy. It took me 2 seconds. Hardly any time. Add this. I gotta throw away that glue that I keep picking up. It's the one that's broken or not working. Today my glue has been a struggle, but we are powering through it. All right, we're gonna stick this down onto that base, and boom, it's like all that texture. This band goes right onto the hat, and again, there's some the die makes an impression or a debossed like line of where that goes. And I'm gonna wait to glue the bow on because I want to put these flowers down first. Now the flowers have 2 layers. Technically 3 if you count the center. Put the 2 flowers, the 2 layers together. You could always use just one, but I do like them doubled up. I think they look pretty. Put that flower center on there. Cute. So there's one flower done. Do the other one. This one I did in oranges. Give it a little twist so you can see the different layers a bit better. Then we'll glue the flower center on. Okay. And center on this. Isn't it so good? I love the hat. The hats, Had to end with the showstopper, right? The hat's so good. I love it so much. It's a great size, perfect focal point. Again, another one that could be really good for a shaker card. You could actually cut the window with the hat and then fill your shaker with fun, again, Halloween kind of shaker components. Okay, that flower goes together. Glue this little stem onto it. Oops. There we go. Ah! My tweezers are gluey because I keep using them to unclog my glue. But gluey tweezers are not great. Here we go. Let's grab my clean ones. There we go. There's our little flower finished. Okay, so we have all of our flower components done. Let's start gluing them down. Grab my finished card. We'll tuck in, some of them will have above the bow, behind the bow. Some of them will have above it. I'm gonna do 2 leaves because I love this green. This is peridot, such a great color. And then we'll tuck this guy in too, as well as the other flower with the stem. This one. And this hat looks really good without all the flowers as well, but I had to show you. We had to make one with the flowers. They're just so cute. All right, we're gonna glue this bow down. My hat's gonna be angled like that, so I want my bow to fall. Whoops. Kind of like that. And let's finish with our final flowers. Tuck that one behind, actually. Oh my gosh, I love these little daisies. They're so cute. Perfect. So there's our little hat with the flowers. Yeah, the layered flowers are so nice. Very easy, and they add so much. So I'm almost done with this card. I think we can actually get it done in like 5 minutes, which is crazy. I'm going to finish with creating a panel real quick. Didn't get this die cut out, so we'll die cut that real quick. I'm going to use these rounded rectangle dies. These are from Hero Arts. They're one of my favorites. They're just so good for framing things up. I think that one's a little too big. Let's go with a slightly larger one. There we go. And I'm using some Spellbinders cardstock. We have coral and carrot. You wouldn't think coral and carrot would go so well together, but they're perfect. I love them. Love kind of incorporating this coral color for Halloween. It's a little unexpected and fun. Cut this, got that there. Some ink residue on my, residual ink on my top plate, so I just cleaned it off with an eraser. I have a sentiment made. This is the last product that I haven't showed you yet from this release. And let's see, where did it go to? Here it is. This is a Better Press plus foil set. It is called, let me pull it up real quick. Make sure I get the name right since I've been blowing it left and right. This one is called the Spooky Season Letterpress plus foil set. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Better Press and foil plates plus coordinating die. So this all comes together in one set. I used this one here. It says it's all a bunch of Hocus Pocus. Hot foiled it onto some glimmer paper. And now we're going to just die cut it out with the coordinating die. So fun. If you have never used the Better Press plus foil plates from Hero Arts, they are absolutely wonderful because they can be used for foiling, hot foiling with the glimmer machine. And they can also be used with the Better Press. It's just you can ink them up and use them that way as well. They're very, very fun, very versatile, and I love that you can get kind of two looks with it. So we're going to die cut this out. I did gold. Line up that die. And grab a couple pieces of tape. It is a staple, I agree. The sentiments are so good in this. Let me pull them back up so you can see. We have, and I know they're all mirrored so you can't see that, really understand what they say, but this one says, it's the season of the witch. I love that one. And then you have, 'tis the season to be spooky, trick or treat, boo to you, best witches, and happy Halloween. So some great sentiments. All right, just want to do one final look. This is the, I always say this is the equivalent, you know, lining up your dies is the equivalent of measure twice, cut once. It's the card maker's equivalent to that, I don't know, is that carpentry or just general construction, general building rule? All right, that cut out perfect. Carefully kind of get this. Oh, I guess it didn't cut out perfect. Take it back. I gotta run it through one more time. Got one little spot that kind of stuck. This glimmer paper is actually like a plastic, so it does sometimes require a couple more passes through your machine. But it glimmers so good, so 1000% worth it. Let's run it through again. All right, let's see here. Yes, usually worth that extra effort. I agree, even though sometimes I'm like, I don't have time for that. It's like, well, do you have time to do it twice, Shannon? I didn't think so. Okay, remind myself, take that little extra minute. Make sure it's good. All right. We mostly got it cut out. There we go. I should be using my two-in-one here for this. It works so good for this. And look at how that die, again, another really great die, cuts out all of these like little negative spaces between the words, between the letters. And you end up with such a lacy die cut that looks so professional and just amazing. I love those kind of details. Even in this S here, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm very pro talking to yourself. I read once that it's a sign of intelligence, and I am running with that. All right, look at how good it looks. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, we're gonna finish this up. Home stretch. If I could find my things. Here we go. Here's my tape runner. Stick this panel down. Oops. Maybe I should stand up to do it so I can maybe do it, have a hope of doing it straight. There we go. I do feel like I gotta actually put it on a card base. It's feeling a bit unstable without that card base. All right. Let's just add some liquid glue since it's in my hand. Stick that down. Cute. Okay. Next, our adorable little hat. I know I should stand. I don't know why I'm being so opposed to it. I feel like I just have too much stuff in the way right now. If I could do a behind the scenes easily, because I'm not ashamed to show the mess, because I'm sure you guys can relate. I'd show you what a disaster. Everything gets pushed over to the side here. That's why I can't find my scissors anymore, because it's all in a pile. And I threw all my foam adhesive down on the ground. I got my stencil water down on the ground. Chaos. Chaos, chaos. Okay, oh my gosh, look how cute. You guys, it's just the cutest. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of foam adhesive to the back side of this. I'll use this piece, even though I prefer the 1/8 wide, 1/8 of an inch wide foam adhesive for this. We'll make this work. Almost done. Thank you so much for scrapbooking cards today, letting me have more time. I really appreciate it. I was so excited to show you guys all this stuff, and I'm grateful that they gave me a little bit more time to get through it. Especially since I had it all prepped and ready to go, and I was just so pumped to show you guys these cards and some of these products in action, especially that cute witch hat, because it's just so cool, especially with that little bit of ink blending, the flowers. Oh, and there's the clock. There's my cuckoo clock, letting me know that I took a long time. We'll stick that right there. And let's see, he looks pretty straight actually. And I'll put the witch hat down. Oh, you love the mouse. I'm glad you love the mouse. I think the mouse is so cute. I really do. And the fact that you can tuck little things between the paws makes it so fun and customizable. I'm glad you love that one so much. And there we go. There's the finished card. We're done. We're done. We're calling it Dunsies. Super fun. I love, love, love that hat. So cute. Again, would be great for a shaker window as well. Here's another card I created with that hat. No ink blending on this one, so just showing you how it looks die cut out. Just used the bow this time. Didn't even use the flowers. I was going for kind of a wicked theme here on this one. And this is another sentiment from the Letterpress and foil, Letterpress plus foil plate. What was it called again? I've totally forgot. My brain, again, cannot keep anything in it. Spooky Season, Letterpress plus foil plate. But this one I just did the Better Press with it. So it's just black ink. Actually, the Hero Arts Intensified black ink. So another really fun one with that witch hat as well. All right, guys, I'm gonna pop over to my other camera. There we go. Thank you so much for spending this afternoon with me and creating these 3 cards. Let's grab them real quick if I can find them. This one, and this one with the new Hocus Pocus collection from Hero Arts. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing these products in action. As you can see, I'm very excited about them. They're just so fun. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for just being so kind in the comments, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone. Thank you.